Wyduck here with another Starcraft 2 replay on Whirlwind, and we have in your top right, we have Kelazhur spawning as your red Terran, and we have Evil Geniuses in control spawning in the bottom left as your blue Protoss. Some things of note on this map are, well, it is a large map, so sometimes people do like to go for those sneaky expansions over in the corners. It is a 4-player map, so it's really difficult to do a lot of cheeses on this map because obviously you have to scout out your opponent first. So we're gonna probably gonna see some. Oh, look at this chat. Are you gonna be at Nesty's wedding, coaching him? I don't know if Nesty really needs coaching at the wedding. Incontrol says he doesn't think so. Well, that's good to know that you don't need coaching on your wedding night. I don't know if Nesty was requesting that or not. Kelazhur is opening up with a supply depot, and Incontrol is chrono boosting out some probes after building a pylon in his main base. Kelazhur is training up some more SCVs. Another thing to note, the Xel'Naga tower in the center of the map is basically pretty useless, but it is a cross. They did spawn across from each other, so it's not entirely useless. If they spawned in the corners from each other, for example, if Incontrol was here and Kelazhur was in this corner or this corner, this Xel'Naga tower would not be that useful simply because all engagements you could go straight up to each other or left and right to each other without ever crossing the Xel'Naga tower. But since they are in cross positions, it can be useful grabbing it. Kelazhur is electing to go with the CC on the low ground, so 15 CC. While Incontrol is going for 2 assimilators, so he might be going for some early aggression. He's got the gateway out already, and 2 assimilators are already warped in. So we're going to see how many probes. And he puts, okay, 2 and 2, so he's not going for 6 probes, but 4 probes into gas. Has a cybernetic core building and his second pylon. Kelazhur is still constructing his second command center on the low ground, and finally starting a barracks. And a second barrack. So he's probably going to be building some marines, maybe a bunker on the low ground. But Incontrol is able to spot the expansion right away, and he's going to skedaddle out of there. If he could go in here, he could probably see the 2 barracks building, but Incontrol is going to pick off some damage on the SCV and then run away and then regenerate on the shields. So that SCV is down to 25. Incontrol's probe is still ticking at 15. And he's going to chrono boost out the stalkers for some early harass possibly, and he's researching warp gates. And now he has 6 probes on gas, so his gas is almost at 200, so not sure what he's going to go for, some early kind of aggression. Both barracks are completed for Kelazhur, and the orbital command is coming online, and so is the second one, and he's building a bunker down at his natural ramp, trying to keep away the early pressure, while Incontrol has built a proxy pylon and a proxy Stargate at Kelazhur's third. But Kelazhur, if you check his vision, he hasn't really scouted much. In fact, his damage SCV went to the bottom right. Still hasn't found Incontrol's starting position, so he still doesn't have a clue about what's going on. Stalker walks in, finds the bunker, and goes away. The 3 Marines are going to keep that Stalker at bay. But if Kelazhur doesn't keep scouting, he's not going to find the Stargate, and he's probably going to be an Oracle. And once the Oracle pops out, it's probably going to kill a whole bunch of SCVs because I don't see an engineering bay. I do see 2 more barracks and a supply depot going down, but I do not see any gas, and I don't see an engineering bay. So if the Oracle comes out, and he's chrono boosting out the Oracle right now, it's going to do a lot of damage. Incontrol does not have his expansion up. Just put it up now. Supplies are even, and Kelazhur is going to be hurting pretty soon. He suspects something is up as he pulls 6 Marines right into his natural line, and 6 Marines can deal with the Oracle, but the Oracle can then just go to the natural and pick off mules and the SCVs there. Oracle is speeding in here. Still no gas completed. The refineries are being constructed right now. The Oracle sees this big squad of Marines, and he's going to pull away. He kills 2 SCVs. The barracks is not done. And he's going to go over to the natural. Pick off a whole bunch of SCVs here. 3 kills, 4. That lone Marine in the bunker is not going to really dissuade it that much, but those 8 Marines are, and the Oracle is going to scoot away with 4 kills. The second Oracle is out. Now even with 7 or 8 Marines, 2 Oracles can pick off those Marines really quickly. Kelazhur is building a tech lab. Maybe he's going to go for combat shields, not sure. But the second Oracle comes in. He's going to pick off some Marines. 3 kills. Up to 4. Taking a lot of damage. 5 kills. 6 kills. 7 kills. But he's in the red. He's got 2 more hits. 9 kills. But he's up to mentor level. 10 kills. Picks off an SCV while his parting shot. But the Marines have scouted the Stargate and they're going to pick it off. But the Oracle's going to run away. Doesn't even take permanent damage. But he's still got 3 Oracles harassing the production line and the SCV line. So this Oracle has 6 kills. This one has 1. I don't know where the red one is, but that other one had 10 kills before he left the base. Now this Oracle has 3 kills. So they don't have that much energy left, but these Oracles have definitely done a lot of damage, and they basically paid for themselves. This Oracle, I thought was going to get picked off. It's at 3 life, so 1 more Marine hit, but he scoots away with 11 kills. So the Oracles have done a lot of damage. If you take a look at resources lost, Kelazhur has lost 1,400 in resources, while Incontrol has only lost less than 600. And all the Oracles are still alive. 2 of them are in red, but 1 has 10 kills, 1 has 11. Incontrol is building more pylons in the base and finally has more warp gates. The missile turret's finally going to go up, but the Oracles have already done a lot of damage. The 6-kill Oracle is going to come in here, see what kind of damage he can do. The missile turret's going to scare that away. Got to be careful there. Incontrol is going to lose that Oracle. So that's a nice pick off for Kelazhur. There's still 2 damaged Oracles in the top left of his base that he doesn't know where they are. Stim packs are being researched by Kelazhur, and he's going to be pushing into the base. He's assuming that Incontrol doesn't have a lot of forces back at the base. If you spend all your money and resources on 3 Oracles, that might be a safe assumption. 5 Stalkers are going to meet him in the middle of the map, and Incontrol is picking off at the Marines. He's got 1 Stalker at red. He's got to be careful here. He don't want to lose that Stalker. And he goes in because he doesn't have vision. The bushes block the vision of the Stalkers, but still all the Marines go down with the help of the Oracles. Resources lost 2150 for Kelazhur, while only 1400 for Incontrol. But remember, Kelazhur did have the expansion up and running earlier. Kelazhur is finally getting Starport up with a reactor. Maybe he's going to switch. Yep, he's going to switch. Probably going to go into some medevacs because his Marines really need those medevacs. They still don't have combat shields. They do have stim pack, but they don't have combat shields. Well, here's an attack. Incontrol's going in. Warp field going down. Focusing down on all the Marines, but the bunker's doing a lot of damage. The Oracles are brought in as well, but they both go down. Incontrol's push is not able to do a lot of damage, and Incontrol has actually lost more resources than Kelazhur at this point. And with those mules fueling that economy, it's going to be very difficult for Incontrol to get back into the game. He decides to put down a robotics facility and gets a single forge down as well. Remember, he lost his Stargate as well, so if he wants to do more harass or if he wants to build air units, he'll have to reconstruct it. So this game is just constant action, constant harass. All these Marines are damaged, but they're not. But the medevacs are going to be out soon. They're going to heal them up to full, and combat shields are getting researched. In another minute and a half or so, they're going to get done. So Incontrol thinks he needs to push now. The bunker goes down. All the Marines force firing on all the zealots, but now all that's left is Stalkers and sentries, and they don't do that well against Marines, especially Marines that stim with medevacs. He blocks off with 3 force field, but Incontrol has lost a lot of units, and basically all the Marines are going to get healed up hiding behind the force field, and Incontrol identifies this. He's going to skedaddle back to his base. He's going to build an observer. I'm not sure if observers are going to help that much. He needs units other than gateway units. He's upgrading armor. That's a good choice. But I think Kelazhur is smelling blood as the combat shields is about to finish in another 15 seconds. And he's going to be heading in. Picks off a probe in the center of the map. 2 medevacs and about 20 Marines are going to walk into the natural. And Incontrol is going to spot this with his observer. Not sure if Kelazhur is able to spot that or not. Incontrol senses something is in trouble. This proxy pylon, he drops off 2 zealots, but they're not going to be able to do much or harass. The Marines are just going to walk in. They have 1 attack and 0 armor. No upgrades for the Protoss units. Stims in, but there's 3 force fields. Good force fields by Incontrol, able to stop this incoming attack. But now the sentries don't have a lot of energy left, so there's not going to be a lot of force fields coming in. 4 more zealots are warped in. Got the mothership core down at the ramp. it's going to be a tough fight as Incontrol's down by 20 supply. And there's just waves and waves of Marines. There's no Marauders in this composition. Kelazhur is just going to stim in, and he's going to move in. 2 force fields aren't able to block very much. The Stalker's going down. The Nexus Cannon goes down. Nexus Cannon is picking off some Marines. The Marines are still walking in. The Zealots are warped in. Incontrol is doing everything that he can. He's lost all his sentry. All the Zealots are getting picked up. The Stalkers are all going down. Kelazhur still got about 10 Marines, and he's walking in. The Colossus is there, but the Colossus does not have range, but Kelazhur elects to pick up and run away with his Medivacs. So the Colossus can fight another day, but he still does not have thermal lance. Incontrol's in a lot of trouble here. He's down by 30 supply. He warps and Stalkers into his main base. The Medivacs are going to come in and drop off, but Kelazhur elects to go for it anyways. A lot of those Marines are still red, not healed up, but the Marines are still doing a lot of damage to the Stalkers. Stalkers going down, so are the Marines. Lots of damage going on. This Photon Cannon has 2 kills. Kelazhur elects to go off again. He's able to save 5 Marines, but Incontrol's taking on a lot of damage. Kelazhur still has a 25 supply advantage, and Incontrol is in a lot of trouble here because Stalkers do not do well against Marines, especially Marines that stim, and now he's going to lose that Observer. And he's got a huge squadron of Medivacs. He's got 7 Medivacs here. The Stalkers and the 2 Colossus are going to push out here, try and get rid of this Marine force. Incontrol needs to try to establish his base a little bit more. He's going to have 3 Colossus soon, Colossi, but now the Marauders are out. Not sure if the Terran player is going to like to build some Vikings. He's got 1 Viking coming out. He already has 2. If you take a look at units lost, Incontrol has lost 2,600 more resources than Kelazhur, and this is not looking good for Incontrol, as Kelazhur has already dumped off a whole bunch of mules at his third. He's getting the orbital command up, and Incontrol has just placed down his Nexus. And Kelazhur is going to spot this. He's going to walk in. The three Colossi are not going to be able to do too much. Incontrol has to protect this base, or at least he feels so. He's still down by 25 supply. Colossus are wrecking the Marauders. The 2 force fields are able to cut off some of the forces. That was a good pick-off. Takes down a Medivac, and I think Incontrol took that engagement just barely. And those are the sort of engagements that he has to keep winning, but his Nexus time has been delayed, and that's a lot of lost potential resources. While Kelazhur is on 3 bases, he has 6 mules going on, partying down, collecting a whole bunch of blue money, while Incontrol's third base is not up and running yet. He has still got over a minute to get up and running, and there's 1,000 minerals difference between Kelazhur and Incontrol. So Incontrol has to be very, very efficient if he wants to get back into this game. He's at 1 armor and 1 attack, but I think this might be the doom drop. There's 3 Vikings and 4 Medivacs full of units, and 1 Medivac with 1 Marine in there. Don't forget that Medivac. That's probably the most important one. He's going to boost in here, dump off all these Marines and Marauders, take out that cannon immediately, and he's going to focus down on the workers and the forge. Incontrol's coming in here with just the Zealots. As you can see, there's actually the probes are long distance mining. The Stalkers are coming in, going to try to take down those Vikings. Colossus take down some units, and actually at the third, the reinforcements are going in 1 at a time. I don't think Kelazhur is even controlling them. The Medivacs pull up and fly away. The Stalkers are able to take down a couple Vikings, but the Medivacs are still basically full of units, and the third is constantly under attack. So Incontrol's got to go in between his first, second, and third base, and the Medivacs still have full of units, and I think he's going to just drop straight on the Colossus. Colossus range is not going to help. Going to force fire down all the Colossi, and that's all the Colossi are finished. Incontrol's not just losing everything here. All the sentries, all the Stalkers are gone. Whole bunch of Marines and Marauders left, and that's GG. Incontrol GG's out as Kelazhur takes it with a lot of confidence, taking that third base, constantly harassing Incontrol, dumping off, engaging in front of the natural, dumping off in the main base, and then not letting Incontrol get back in the game once he had that small lead. So that was a great game. Thanks again for watching, and see you guys next time.